Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the interview on Gabon 24. Today we hosted Mr. Joshard-Martin, who is a social entrepreneur and an author. Together we'll talk about personal development coaching, social entrepreneurship, as well as his various activities. Most of you certainly know him, some don't. Sir, welcome to Gabon 24.
Thank you very much. It's a great opportunity. Thanks.
All right, so we go straight, right? Can you introduce yourself, broadly speaking, as well as your various functions to the viewers, please?
Well, I am a social entrepreneur, also an author, and I'm also the founder of JM Entrepreneurship, which is an entrepreneurial NGO which encourages community development. And I usually intervene in the fields of personal development and community development. So that's the reason why we provide books to our training attendees, those who come to our training programs. Yeah.
So if I understand, there's a nuance or a difference between social, development and social and personal development. What's the difference?
Well, social entrepreneurship, you mean, also includes personal development and community development. Now, just depends on the field you want to specialize yourself in. Through our NGO, we have some programs which are designed to the empowerment of women. For example, we have the Women's Seminar for Community Development, which is a free program whereby we teach women on leadership, communication, and how to run their organizations, like management. This is basically what our free programs consist in. And we also have some programs that we, of course, sell. This is just for leaders. But just to come back to social entrepreneurship, we have to say that social entrepreneurship has to do with the fact of devoting yourself on behalf of a disadvantaged community.
We just congratulate you one more time because we've been following your activities, and I can tell you for sure a leader you are, sir.
Yes, you will.
All right, so but we want to know, have you studied that discipline, that subject at school, at university, or it just came on your own? Maybe you've discovered a talent of yours?
Okay. Well, I have to say that I found myself being passionate about something I didn't learn at school. I was at the university, but at the same time, I was involved in an organization by that time, ATG. So as I developed there, I specialized myself. So this is basically today what I'm teaching to other people, that you can discover yourself outside the classical, approaches that are given. School is good, but what you learn at school, you can also learn other things if you develop curiosity.
Sure.
And this is something which is important. So I learned some stuff at school, but I also learned other things, in organizations and volunteering and doing all those things. So today, with that experience, I can teach, I can train, I can write books.
Kind of self-made man.
I can say this.
That's great, Anyway, that's normal, because I can see, most of the time people used to say that bilingual guys, bilingual people are kind of that dynamic, and we can just congratulate you, okay?
Oh.
All right, but there's one thing we want to know. How do you make money? What's your business model, sir?
Well, once again, like I told you, I define myself as an author, as an entrepreneur.
Oh.
In the sense that I love passing information.
Okay.
So I figure out how, through my training programs, of course, I can sell them. But in addition to that, I can also provide books and other resources like coaching services, consulting services, and people usually request my services on, how to run an organization to make it professionally operational, so that it will be available, to different buyers and sponsors to support them. So I predispose the leaders of those organizations to acquire tools to run the organization professionally. So I sell information, if I can put it this way.
What a business.
Yeah, that's a business, and it's starting. And again, it is also based on this very powerful statement of Nelson Mandela, who said that education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. Provide a space where people can have access to information, to instruction, to inspiration, to motivation, whatever you want to call it like. Information has to be made available to them.
We're one more time happy to have you here on this set, right? So dear viewers, if you are just joining us, you are watching the interview on Gabon 24, and our dear guest today is Mr. Joshard-Martin, who is a social entrepreneur and an author as well, right?
Yes.
Am I right, sir?
Yeah, that's it.
That's great. So we've actually dealt a little bit much more with personal development and community development. So what about social entrepreneurship?
Social entrepreneurship consists in launching a non-lucrative activity.
Okay.
So it's a kind of devotional work that you're doing because you feel affected by the cause of other
kind of
people.
Volunteering for the community.
Absolutely. It's a volunteering-based initiative or work. But now you have to develop a mechanism that will allow you to motivate yourself, because passion does not feed yourself.
Can you explain us, because most of the time, definitely, social entrepreneurship is much more the concern of NGOs and association, but we wonder when an association runs business which it asks people to pay for the activities they offer, I mean, the question is, are they right to do so, or they're wrong?
But it is absolutely natural for an NGO, because an NGO operates based on the contribution of its members, but it can also support its activities based on the support of external partners, external actors like sponsors, donors, and it's a natural initiative to request or to call for fundraising, for example, to request the support of other people, the financial contribution of people to support our activities. So it should not be regarded this way. We are social entrepreneurs. We are not people who have we are wasting our time, wasting our lives, and everything is just, completely, down for us, if we can put it this way. But we are people who are bringing change, and even much better than that, we are people who are bringing impact, depending on the field you are in. It's a social impact, economic one, environmental one, educational, intellectual. The list is very long.
That's kind of a little bit astonishing, because your parents send you to school, okay, and then, you graduate, and then you decide, okay, I'm going to work for the community, nobody's going to pay me, whatever. It's kind of,
that's kind of crazy.
I'm telling you, and maybe I'm sure you have done also, maybe.
Absolutely, and sometimes I have to confess that it's not easy, of course.
Okay.
You feel like, maybe I'm just wasting my time, because I'm helping people, and I know I don't see a return of investment, if you can put it this way. So, but things that we have to also promote when it comes to social entrepreneurship is the fact that you don't just spend your money. You spend your energy on that.
Okay.
And it comes back to you in a different form. You get knowledge, experience, relationships, and even travel opportunities. You can even find some economic opportunities.
Have you had any travel opportunities or
yes,
in this
absolutely.
kind? Maybe you can talk about that. Why not, sir?
So yes, still in that frame, I had the opportunity, the privilege to be nominated by the U.S. Department of State.
Great.
Through the U.S. Embassy in Gabon. So I went to the U.S. to represent the country in different states in the United States because of social entrepreneurship.
That's great.
And I did that the second year again through the YALI, for example. The first one was the IVLP program. So this is just to give to our viewers maybe an idea about what we can get as opportunities when we get involved in social entrepreneurship. Yeah.
What you're doing is quite astounding, quite astonishing, which actually brings me to ask you the question whether you've had, a source of motivation, somebody who inspires you, like a role model. Huh? I don't know.
Absolutely. Many models.
Oh, that's great. So maybe
my mentor, who is in Botswana, but also here in Gabon, have been inspired largely by a person who's asking me a question today.
Oh, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure because the viewers are kind of, are you talking about the presenter?
Yes,
Oh
absolutely.
no, of course, my God. So it's,
Yeah.
I'm honored, be blessed.
Yeah. We are not what we are just like that, We are influenced by people every day, positively or negatively. But we have the responsibility to let ourselves be influenced by positive, constructive, and transformational things. And I had the chance to be influenced by the person who's asking me questions.
I'm honored. I mean, the viewers as well are kind of, wow. So maybe they've known each other for a long while already.
Yeah, I also have to mention something about that.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
While being as I was still a university student, I was also involved in an NGO.
Okay.
So, and this is the area where I learned a lot of things. And today, even on my books, I don't like to mention that. I mention that I've been influenced by Mr. So-and-so. And this is what I've learned through him. And this is what I've come to do. And I share that and I make it available to people.
Being grateful to who have inspired you definitely will help you go, forward.
Sure.
And I wish you, good luck in what you do, right?
Thank you.
So now let's talk about your books. Ladies and gentlemen, as I told you at the beginning, he is an author as well. You can see this is one of his books. And maybe he's going to tell us a little bit about them. That book, Joshard-Martin, can you tell us a little bit about its content and the reason for why you wrote it?
Well, I wrote this book because a person asked me a question. After I shared my experience, it was a former university student. When I finished to share my experience to him, he said, haven't you mentioned that on a written support?
Okay.
And I said, oh, I have a lot of experience in social entrepreneurship. Why not write a book? And I wrote that book. And this book teaches how to discover, develop, and promote your talent, because it's all about talent. A person will only create opportunities for them until they find their talent.
Okay.
So this book teaches you how to do it. You discover your talent through research, you develop it through hard work, and you promote it through service.
Maybe you can tell something to the viewers, because I'm sorry, but we come to the end of this program.
Oh.
Maybe you can give a piece of advice to those watching you, sir, and your 2020 program.
Yes. For the thank you very much for that. And for the 2020 program that we have the second book, for example. If you can just have this second book, which is Express Your Passion and Inspire Vocations.
Okay.
We have a program with the U.S. Embassy and with other partners also who are interested in that to sponsor a free book distribution tour that we're going to offer to women who will attend to that particular program, because we want to reinforce their leadership capacities.
That's great.
But through this book, which is filled with experiences, we hope that we're really going to make true leaders.
Thank you very much,
welcome,
Mr. Joshard-Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, I recall that we had today on this set Mr. Joshard-Martin, who is a social entrepreneur and an author. And together we talk about personal development. We talk about his activities. Mr. Joshard-Martin, we hope to see you one more time, next time on our set.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this program. Keep watching Gabon 24. We are also available on social network. Thank you very much. Good.